The rain was falling hard that evening in New York City, the type of storm that makes even the busiest people pause. Cars honked impatiently. Businessmen rushed by with umbrellas. Amidst all the chaos, a little girl stood quietly under the awning of a bookstore, holding a tiny pink umbrella that was far too small to keep her completely dry. Her eyes scanned every passing face, every man in a suit, every older gentleman with a briefcase. She wasn't begging for money, she wasn't crying, she was simply watching, waiting. Inside a tall glass building just across the street, CEO Ryan Callahan ended yet another exhausting meeting. At just 38, he was the kind of man who had everything: private jets, luxury cars, penthouses around the world. Yet, he had no one waiting for him at home. Not anymore. His wife had died 7 years ago in a car crash. Since then, Ryan had buried himself in work and wealth. He believed love and family were luxuries he couldn't afford emotionally, not after what he lost. He stepped out of the building, pulling his coat tighter around him as the cold air hit. That's when he noticed the girl. She looked no older than 7 or 8, with messy hair, worn-out shoes, and eyes far too tired for someone her age. Something about her stopped him in his tracks. "Are you lost?" he asked, walking over. She looked up at him, calm but direct. "No, sir." "Are you waiting for someone?" "Yes," she replied, "but I don't think he knows I'm waiting." That answer confused him. "What's his name? I could help you find him." She hesitated, then quietly said, "Dad." The word hit Ryan like a stone to the chest. "I don't want toys," she added, looking straight at him. "I just want a dad." Ryan knelt down slowly, stunned by her words. "What do you mean?" The girl clutched her little umbrella tighter. "My mom says he left before I was born. She said he wasn't ready to be a father. But I think maybe he just doesn't know how to be one. I wanted to ask someone who looks like him." Ryan sat with her on the steps of the bookstore, unable to move. "What's your name?" he finally asked. "Lily," she said. "Lily Hart." His heart skipped. Hart, that name rang a bell. He had once dated a woman named Hannah Hart, briefly, passionately, and then it ended just as suddenly. He had never known she was pregnant. Could it be? "Your mom's name is Hannah." The girl nodded slowly. That night, Ryan didn't go home. Hannah hadn't seen Ryan in over 8 years. When he knocked on her apartment door the next morning, soaked in rain and nerves, she froze. Her face turned pale, her body tensed. Lily had already left for school. I met her," Ryan whispered. "Last night, she was standing in the rain waiting for me." Hannah didn't answer at first. She turned and walked back inside, leaving the door open. He followed. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked softly. "I was 24. You were traveling the world, running companies, falling in love with your next deal," she said, her voice calm but filled with quiet resentment. "I thought you'd ignore her. Like you ignored me after your promotion." Ryan sank into the old couch. "I didn't know. I swear, if I had." Hannah looked at him. "Would it have made a difference?" He didn't answer. Because honestly, back then, maybe it wouldn't have. He was selfish, hungry, distant. But now he saw Lily's face every time he blinked. "I want to be in her life," he said firmly. "Whatever it takes." It wasn't easy. Lily was cautious. She asked questions most adults wouldn't dare to ask. "Why did you leave? Were you scared of me? Did you not want a little girl?" Ryan didn't have easy answers. But he never lied. He told her he was scared. That he was broken after losing his wife. That he was ashamed for not being there from the start. And every week, he showed up. Piano recitals, school fairs, even just to walk her to class. Slowly, Lily began to let him in. One day, as they painted a birdhouse together in the park, she handed him a card. It was a child's drawing of a man holding hands with a girl and a woman. It said, "My family." Ryan's hands shook. That night, he stood in Hannah's kitchen, quiet and serious. "I know I don't deserve forgiveness. I can't change the past. But I want to build something now. With both of you." Tears welled in Hannah's eyes. "You already have. You just didn't notice." 2 years passed. Ryan stepped away from his CEO position. He started a nonprofit focused on abandoned children and single mothers. Hannah became the head of community outreach. And Lily, she blossomed. At a school event, the teacher asked each child to stand up and say what they wanted for Christmas. Lily stood, smiling brightly. "I already got mine last year." The teacher asked, "What was it?" She pointed to the crowd, where Ryan stood with his arm around Hannah. My dad. Everyone clapped. But for Ryan, that applause faded behind the sound of his heartbeat. In that moment, he realized no business deal, no stock option, no luxury car had ever brought him the peace those 3 words just had. Dash dash dash. Moral of the story: sometimes life gives us second chances in the most unexpected ways. Wealth can build empires, but love builds families. One man learned this not through boardrooms or bank accounts, but through the quiet voice of a little girl who simply wanted a dad.